Coffee. We drink it every day, but do we really know what goes on behind the scenes? Our world is a fast-paced one, and we rarely stop to think, where do our products come from? We don't really care where it comes from. Usually, we want the cheapest thing without having any regard for the workers behind it. This is where fair trade comes in. Fair trade is a process in which farmers are guaranteed a decent wage, which helps farmers who are being taken advantage of maintain a decent living salary. It also puts in environmental protections for growing spaces and maintains ethical growing standards.
The structures that were set up historically that now support different types of agriculture, including coffee and cocoa that do that, they were started under colonization. So when we talk about coffee and when we talk about chocolate, these are two different crops that are considered cash crops that were developed under colonization. The stage was set to abuse workers and to not give them just compensation. And the fair trade movement is really about decolonizing global agriculture.
Yeah, I think the problems you will see is you'll have just overall worse quality of the land. The soil won't be as good, and that'll just result in it won't taste as good. You won't have as much variety in the coffee that you drink, which can be influenced by these differences in the soil, which can be influenced by the surrounding kind of habitat. I think more than that, you reduce biodiversity overall, which can be detrimental in terms of certain diseases that are easier to take over when there isn't as much biodiversity.
So I watched this cool documentary about food and like food politics, and I'm not super informed about it as much as I should be. But what someone said was, the consumer drives all decision making, whether that's big business or small business, right? So if the consumer goes to Walmart, like not the greatest place when it comes to like food politics and like working public, whatever, and like local businesses, probably the worst when it comes to that stuff, and you buy organic, like you are informing what Walmart will then buy. If everything on the shelf that is not organic spoils, then Walmart has to buy organics. So the power really goes back to the consumer and what the consumer buys.